Hello, Friday. Y'all, let me tell you what happened. Okay, so I'm on my way to the office. I had taken a little break and I was on my way to the office. As you can see, I'm in the office. I'm doing a lot of office work today. And I'm actually I just finished lunch, or late lunch. And so I'm actually about to go walk outside in a minute. But let me tell you what happened. So I'm on my way to the office from the house. And I've been talking a lot about walking, right? And how important it is, number one, to walk at least 10 minutes after you've eaten. It helps with digestion and it helps bring your cortisol levels down. It also helps kind of level out your blood sugar. Okay? Man, I've been having a lot of issues with the internet around here. I'll be quick. Okay, so walking. Part of the thing about walking is whatever's going on, if it's stress or if we have cortisol levels that are high, which are hormones for us, walking says that I'm walking away from danger, the tiger chasing me, the stress, whether it's office work or an email or, your kids in a fight, doesn't matter, okay? Business partners, doesn't matter what it is, you're walking away from the situation. And part of that is like you're scanning the horizon, left to right, okay? That actually calms your system down, okay? So I've been talking a lot about this, walking the weight off, all the things, lots of research that I've been doing this past year, just on walking, okay? So, I was not walking to the office, I was driving to the office a little far. And as I was driving on this road that I usually will walk on, I look down and there's roadkill. But the fascinating thing about this roadkill is it is an alligator that got hit on the road that I'm usually walking on. And people in my family often walk on it as well. Why is this important? So this just goes to point to, how important it is to constantly be scanning where we're walking. I actually had gone to see somebody. I was having some neck issues, right? And it's because I was doing a lot of work like this. I was doing a lot of social media work, just a lot of emails. You can't really escape it. I would love to say I was actually scrolling and checking out, but I was not. I had just been doing a lot of working and I was like this a lot. And she was like, and even part of my walking is I was doing some journaling work while I was walking, because yes, I am multi-talented like that and I can do that without stepping in a pothole or falling or getting hit by a vehicle thus far. Knock on wood. However, she was like, the person that I was talking to, she was like, yeah, you need to probably stop doing that. You need to be looking on the horizon. And one of the things that we do when we're looking on the horizon is our primitive brain is always scanning left to right. You notice whenever you're reading brings calmness. You're reading, you start to get sleepy, you want to go to sleep, right? Okay, so this is so prevalent because if I am walking, and only in Louisiana do you actually may possibly run into a gator on the road. I mean, I'm sure it'll happen anywhere else, but it was just fascinating to me that it's on the road that we usually walk on at times in the mornings. And so if we're constantly scanning and I'm walking away from the stressor, the tiger that's chasing me, now granted, I'm not walking into the gator that's going to eat me, but it's fascinating because our brain is always looking for the problem. You ever notice how it's really easy for you to find a problem in any situation? Yeah, that's our brain. We're kind of designed and wired that way. That's why it's so important for us to renew the mind every single day. Okay, great. So what's the lesson in this? Here's the thing. Number one, it's important to walk. The gator on the road, the roadkill, is a perfect example of whenever we are walking and we're looking side to side, we're scanning for danger, and it's actually bringing calm. Now, I was happy to see that it's roadkill and it wasn't a real alligator, but if I was doing this or doing this, I wouldn't have been aware, right? So my tip is whenever you do go walk, And highly recommend whenever you eat, get up and move afterward. It's gonna really help your system. It's gonna help your hormones. It's gonna help you physically. It's gonna help you mentally. It's just, there's so many benefits. Don't go run. Don't go do all this other stuff. Just simply walk. Anybody can go walk if they have 2 moving legs, right? Okay. And that's going to kind of calm your system. It really, like, there's so much research. Don't even believe me. Go do your own research. Go to PubMed. The digestion, the walking and the support of the digestion. You know, science is always changing. The research is always bringing new data and information to us. And it's important for us to stay on the cusp of it so that we don't get stagnant and locked in our ways, and to be very, very flexible. So here's the thing. It's important to go walk and to be aware of where you're walking. Don't do what I used to do. Ever since I've made that shift and I'm walking and I walk with my head up and I'm like, not even necessarily moving my head, but at least moving my eyes, I'm resetting my vagus nerve as well, which is calming to the system. You know, I haven't had any neck pain from that. So that's it. And just catching myself, realizing that I'm doing a lot of this work or a lot of computer work. I keep pointing because my computer's right there, guys. A lot of office work over there. You know, that's really supportive. And I just learned this fascinating little tidbit. I want to do a little bit more research in it, but it does not surprise me at all. It totally makes sense in the grand scheme of things. You know, if we're watching TV, obviously we're getting blue light in that kind of messes with our rhythm and our circadian rhythm. However, reading, usually if you start to read, you fall asleep pretty quickly. You're doing the left to right, right to left. It helps you click into parasympathetic mode, which is the rest and relax and digest, okay? Digest and rest, digest and rest. Those two go together, okay? Scrolling and being on our phones, the up and the down, actually raises our cortisol levels. So I don't know if you notice, but if you check in your phone first thing in the morning and you're like scrolling up and down or doing stuff like that, it actually is going to spike the wrong thing for us. So to me, that's fascinating. But if you end up finding that you do that, go walk right after. Because usually when we're scrolling, we see something that we don't particularly like, triggers us, therefore the stress level goes up, and then hello, cortisol, hormones, all of it starts rising. We got stress, everything's out of whack. The best thing that we can do for that is to go take a walk. Get the bilateral movement, work it out of your system, and just like burn it off rather than store it in your cells. So that is my share for today. I thought it was really funny. Just watch out for the gator, okay? You never know where the gator is going to be at. Walking is so prevalent. You know, if you're really looking for support, I did start Walk the Weight Off Academy because I believe that it's this time in this space in Hebrews chapter 12, you know, it says, cast off every restraint, walk off every single way. Jesus walked wherever he went. And it's important for us to let go of every emotion and stressor, anything that's weighing us down that is close to causing us to fall into sin, offense, things that trigger us. And then we don't process it because we move on to the next thing. So if you're interested in being a part of the walking program, like it's totally free. There's that, like, I just want to support a walking movement, bilateral movement, because you know what? God called us to this next level, and we have to have the bodies to be able to get to that. If our bodies are not ready to go where God wants to call us, he can't take us there. And we're going to stay in mediocrity. And God's got powerful callings for each and every single one of you and for me. And when our bodies must be optimized to the level in which our calling. Otherwise, our body can't take us there. So that is my share for today. If you're interested or if you have any questions about it, you can DM me, you can message in the comments. Let me know what the most interesting thing you've ever seen walking it out in nature has been for you, because the gator was a new one for me. Anyway, all right, love you guys. Y'all have a wonderful Friday. Happy Labor Day weekend. Enjoy it. rest and relax, okay?